Now, in this program, any resemblance between the people you see on the screen and real living people is purely intentional. Because, in fact, they are real, and it's our pleasure to catch them in the act of being themselves.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you tonight. Happy Thanksgiving. Wanted to showcase this video to you tonight. It's coming from Illicit News. He's got about 1,500 subscribers. This video got about 650 views, but this is a disgusting display of ignorance and stupidity. Because these people don't like what this lady has to say at this public school board meeting, they literally get up, turn around, and like plug their ears. I don't understand. Like, you have to be at least willing to hear what other people are saying. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to change your life and live by it, but at least hear what other people have to say. You never know what you could be missing out on. With that being said, guys, check out the video. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and thank you to each and every one of my subscribers who watch my videos. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.
What's up, bro? What, bro? What's up, bro? Take a swing, bro. Right here, bro.
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Robert.
Nice to meet you.
Galilee. Yeah. I saw you last time.
Yeah?
It's, exciting. Good turnout.
I just want to see like the guy at the Palestinian rally that was blocking the camera. That was awesome.
I missed that.
He was just videotaping a like a vigil.
Yeah,
and the guy kept blocking him. Like,
I need to subscribe to that to that channel.
I'm like, what are you?
Even talk to him.
I'm like, what are you afraid of?
Apparently, he has a face that pisses all these people off.
He does?
Yeah, he's just infuriated.
It's this. It's not me. It's this. They're like, what are you doing? You're casing the place.
Well, they're all Aborigines, and you're stealing their souls.
Oh,
I think it's an inability to defend your position.
right.
And all you got is rage at that point.
All you got is name calling and.
Right.
That's how you know you won.
Right.
So they just call you fat or stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm fat and stupid. Come on. I'm fat.
Although there's a lot of self-esteem. I have another time.
They're doing like a vision for clocks and things. So for the kids that are just here for that, we want to have them space and whatever.
Everything?
I'm not gonna call you fat or stupid.
Oh, I'm both, buddy. All day long, twice on Sundays.
You don't really think. Then again, these people need their photos taken.
Well, it's not what they need. It's about what my right is.
You have the right to do it. I got the right to stand here.
Okay. If you feel that way.
No.
Can I move over there?
What the hell? An old lady just flicked off a dude with a camera. That's crazy.
You can move wherever you want.
Okay, but you're gonna follow me.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna be 2 feet in front of the camera wherever you move.
That's kind of
No.
petty. It's kind of childish, right?
No.
No?
No.
I'm just
The longer you point your camera in my pretty face, the less you point it at these other people.
okay.
I got all night, buddy.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
Guess we're going in.
You! Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm so sorry. I came in the pit of my soul.
I don't know where.
Can you excuse me so I can go in, please?
I'm actually waiting for the elderly to walk in, so
Yeah.
Huh? Father, you want mine? It's still America.
Well, he's got books. Oh, yeah. Oh, a true classic. Yeah. True classic.
All right, welcome to the movement.
Excuse me.
Get out of my fucking. Get out of my way.
No.
Not until
No.
everybody else is in, because I just want to make sure because we might have to have a
Buddy.
quick exit. Yeah.
If you got a problem,
I'm standing here.
okay. Can I go around you, please?
You can, but you know.
I can,
Yeah.
or I can't.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me,
thank you
please.
so much.
Certainly.
Excuse me, please. Wow.
There's a lot of people inside here.
Get out of my way, dude.
Yeah, don't bump it. Don't bump anything. You don't need to bump anything now.
You don't need to block me.
I'm not blocking.
Yeah, you are.
I'm standing here in the sun.
You're standing in front of me, preventing me from going in.
I have that.
Do not prevent me from going in.
I'm not preventing you from doing anything.
Fair enough.
Then get out of my way.
No. It's a free country. I can go wherever I want, buddy.
No, you
Yeah.
can't actually
Yeah, I
do
can.
whatever you want.
I didn't say I can do whatever I want. I said I can go wherever. I'm standing right here. You can look it up later when you watch this. I said I can go wherever I want. It is a free country.
Okay.
And right now, you can wait right here.
What is your problem? What's your problem?
You got no problem?
You don't have a problem.
No problem with you?
I think you've got a problem.
Oh, yeah?
What's your problem? Why do you hate First Amendment rights? Why do you hate freedom?
I'll hate First Amendment rights. You're not here for First Amendment rights. So you can stay out of my face. I'm not.
My name is Suzanne Miller. I come to you as a Frederick County resident of the Baggery District, as a parent of a Jameswood High School graduate and a current Jameswood High School senior, and as someone who has taught 8th graders for 30 years, 26 of which have been at Frederick County Middle School. I'm here because I didn't want anyone to mistake my silence for indifference or acceptance of what has recently happened in Frederick County Public Schools, and most specifically Frederick County Middle School. I come with one question tonight. As a board, who are you? You represent a county whose vision is, quote, an innovative community where caring relationships and authentic learning inspire all students. and whose mission is to, quote, nurture all learners to realize their dreams and aspirations. Yet your actions don't match the beliefs you were elected to represent. You've removed a principal who didn't just cancel the LGBTQ plus flex as requested, he canceled them all. Why? Because all students matter to him. He is actually the epitome of the bullet point in the FCPS vision statement that claims that we, quote, embrace a culture of diversity and inclusiveness. He's the epitome of competency 8 in our career investigations class, which reads, quote, demonstrates respect for diversity. He is the epitome of the social and cultural empathy competency in our Inspire 2025 Portrait of a Graduate initiative, which states, quote, embraces the differences between people. So he did all those things which our belief systems support, and now he's gone. This doesn't reflect on him, it reflects on you. Who are you? What do you stand for? Because your actions speak louder than your mismatched answers to questions that have been asked of you to explain the situation of Dr. Putt's removal. Was it flex? Was it scores? Do you know? Because we still do not. I've worked in this county a long time by choice, but I don't recognize this anymore. I recently made sure to scan my room for any inappropriate or unacceptable items according to your new flag and decor policy. I found a few things that once upon a time might have been considered a celebration, which is permissible under this policy, but no longer bring me joy. So I'm returning them to you. One is a plaque. I was awarded for being the 2003 Frederick County Middle School Teacher of the Year and a top 3 finalist for Frederick County Public Schools.
Another one
is a plaque. I was awarded for being the 2006 Frederick County Middle School Teacher of the Year and a top 3 finalist for Frederick County Public Schools.
Another one
is a plaque I was awarded for being the 2012 Frederick County Middle School Teacher of the Year and a top 3 finalist for Frederick County Public Schools.
and another one.
Here's the big one. For 1 year in 2018, I represented all of Frederick County Public Schools as the Teacher of the Year. At the time, it was a still treasure the well wishes I received during that time, as I was so proud to represent FCMS. Today, however, I hand it back to you, because I don't even recognize who Frederick County Public Schools is anymore, and I'm disappointed with who we've become. Thank you.
Ooh, they're gonna love this.
Something tells me the liberals in the room are really going to enjoy this speech. Hey, retards.
Whoa!
Yep, I said it. Uh-oh, the tolerant left. Not that tolerant? Oh, no. Well, tonight, you're going to hear from obese liberal women, some woke teachers, a few faggots.
We're gonna keep it going.
You go right ahead. We can outlast you any day.
Second. Quiet.
Motion's been made to go to recess, been properly seconded, to go to recess until such time as.
Enact your rules. Follow your own rules.
I called it. They weren't gonna like it.
Please don't touch me. Please don't. Please don't touch me. I'm asking nicely. Why are you guys scared?
Yeah.
Why are you guys scared of somebody doing what they want to do? Like, why are you scared? Why can't? No, you're not trying to listen. You're trying
to block me. That's what you're trying to do.
Why are you scared?
I can see it a mile away.
Where is there space for him to go in?
Okay.
Huh?
Literally, nobody's going to take y'all seriously
Actually,
because everybody knows
space, and then he
that
got
you
in my
guys are just getting in
space.
his way for no reason.
I'm just gonna finish what I have to say.
Yeah, no, there's a reason. It's because they need freedom.
Right. You're free to have an opinion. I'm not free. So I'm gonna stand right here and be in the room.
Parliamentary, how long have they recessed?
That's all there is to it, buddy.
Okay. Well, you're a child.
Yeah,
That's all there is to it, buddy.
You're a little baby.
You're a child.
Go home, little baby.
Yeah, you're a child.
Go home. Go take a nap. Go take a pill. Chill out.
Get away with this better than here.
Making explicities, just so they can get some attention for
I'm
themselves.
so sorry. Boo fucking who.
Everybody, we come to order, they can come back.
What did I do? They were using. Okay. Well, we have a camera right there, so we could actually look at the footage. We were doing nothing. So now you're lying, making a false report to a police officer. So maybe you should shut up. Okay.
When you say what?
Yeah.
I am. I'm not getting in the way and pushing on that guy. I'm not doing that. You guys are trying to set up free speech. No.
Yes, you
I'm-
absolutely
you're
are.
literally getting in the way so people can't have free speech.
Planning on speaking?
I am.
If you're going to speak, I'll let you in right now.
I am. Are you going to let me in?
We don't act like.
You sign up?
Yep.
We don't act like.
They're not gonna get past.
Then, yeah. That's
I signed up yesterday, but I don't think it makes a difference. I'm not actively looking at it right now.
That's awesome. All right.
I think there are a lot of differing opinions here tonight. And I think there are a lot of people here hoping for justice. And I think the best way we are all going to have our voices heard is to maintain respect for one another and to be as quiet as possible. I know we all have a lot of strong feelings, but as you can see, I happen to be an obese lesbian. So I hope that we can prove these powers of deduction are something that even our school board might get to see. But that's not going to happen if we're here mustering and being quiet. So if you would all please consider doing me a favor and being as quiet as we possibly can, so that they have absolutely no reason not to resume their session. I appreciate your help.
We will conduct this business. If it continues to get out of hand, we will take another recess. Mr. Abel, Greg Abel.
Excuse me, Mr. Sturdivant. I didn't get to finish my speech. It's my turn.
You violated the rules.
Nope. My turn.
Did she not violate the rules?
Point of order, Mr. Sturdivant. She walked away from the podium, so therefore a copy is
No,
invalid.
you went into club. You said you were.
She violated the rules laid out.
No, I did not.
Example for our young people.
I did not violate the rules. Now you're in violation of trying to mess
Mr.
with my
Sturdivant, I
first
make a motion that we go into recess.
Go into recess. Go ahead. I'm gonna be here waiting. I won't leave the podium. Keep on going.
You guys are wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, you're wasting everyone's time.
I'm not in agreement.
She's definitely in agreement with me.
You are wasting everyone's time.
You're wasting everyone's time. Hate speech is free speech. Oh no, people are violating the rules.
Don't feed the trolls.
What if I accidentally tripped this camera? What would happen?
Oh. Start the camera.
I don't think I can let you do that, brother. Huh? What's that? So I don't think I can let you do that. Just go back over there. All respect for you, brother. Just go back over there. I meant accidentally, of course. Yeah, that's accidentally ignorant.
I wonder if I can make a recommendation. We let our colleague finish her time. Those of us who wish to show our disappointment with what is happening, while our esteemed colleague is speaking her piece, we stand up silently and face away from her. Let her finish.
Wonderful idea. Bring the board out.
Question. If she gets to say slurs
You have law enforcement here.
No, just say nothing.
Is this unprotected speech that I've said? No.
Those of us with children, and the speech that she's using might not be I understand. I've talked to Maya Watkins about that, and he's not going to step on the First Amendment, so they're not going to gavel her down. So the only way we're going to move beyond this is if we all just remain quiet and let her have her 3 minutes, and then we'll move on to whatever's next.
Record me.
It doesn't. It's on you. We're not going further. This is where we're going to stay for the rest of the night. I just think it's unfortunate because there's so many people here in black shirts who are really going to talk about something awesome, and we're never going to get to that. If we all just can't bite our lip, we don't have to agree with anything that is being said, and just let her have her time. I understand. I agree with you 1,000%. Well then. And so, well then, we still have to be tolerant because that's just part of living in this community. I understand. And that, you know who needs to deal with that? Mr. Sturdivant and the board. And they will not. But we're going to stay here and not move on. Do you guys want to stay here? Do you not want to hear from all these people in Frederick County Middle School shirts? Because I want to hear. Do you want to hear from the people in Frederick County Middle School shirts? Because I want to hear from them. And I would love to stay here all night, but I'm raising children. I can't stay here all night. So.
May I say something?
You got 3 minutes and we never get to say.
Personally, I don't want to hear a thing this person has to say, but it is her right to say it. School board meetings are an open forum, whether we like it or not. And the fact that we come here able to speak our voice means that she is too. So I will be protesting with my silence, and I would like to ask that you do the same. Let's get through these 3 minutes so that we don't have multiple recesses to end up with us all being sent home and none of us being able to speak our minds. They did say that we need to speak respectfully, and I would hope that they would honor that. But that's not our choice as a collective. We are given the opportunity to speak, and if you want that to apply to us, that has to apply to all of us, whether we want to call them one of us or not. So let's get through the 3 minutes. Of course. All right.
When I left, James was a number 2-0.
Excuse me, I would like to make a comment. I have been coming to school board meetings one after another, and none of you people in this room have been here, and I have listened to her BS week after week, and nobody calms her down. I think we need to make a stand against this kind of exhibitionist behavior for our children.
I agree. I agree. It's not our choice to do that.
Yes, it is our choice. Such a thing as similarity.
Can I respond to you, ma'am? I have an idea. Because nobody cares about this meeting, honestly. Like, in the wider Winchester, nobody cares. So, when she starts talking her nonsense, video her, send that to the school board, send that to the news every single day for the next month, and tell them what the school board is not doing, what they are cowardly hiding in the back not doing, so that they know that we are ignorant. Stopping this meeting now accomplishes nothing but making that itch go away for a hot second. Save those videos for tomorrow, send them 100 times in the next 30 minutes.
Make me famous.
That's what she wants. Everybody, the school board, they are not going to pick anybody up for slurs, obviously.
Exactly.
Right? As we're all able to speak here and they keep walking out in a dereliction of their own duty, they are accountable to the people who elect them. And if they're going to walk out every time we try to interrupt this bigot, then what I say that what we have been doing is turning this into a people's forum. So if people want to speak, and we're not speaking to them because they don't care about what we think anyways. Half of them don't support anything that any of you all think. So if you all want to hear from each other, why don't we all stand up and take our 3 minutes ourselves? We don't need them to listen to us. Right? We're talking with each other. Right? Now, if it's on the record or not, we need to vote them out next time an election comes up. We're going to organize, we need to meet each other. We don't need to listen to each other. She's just an example of somebody that we're going to work against together. There's a lot of solidarity here. There's a lot of black shirts here. We've all come here to work together. And if they're going to keep walking out, who cares about it? We don't need them.
Mr. Chair, I move that we return from recess.
Second. The motion to return and properly seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sir.
If I may. Folks, you're about to hear someone speak things that you don't like. However, it's only for 2 minutes. If we can let this person get through what it is that she wants to say, and honestly understand that we don't identify with that if we don't, then we can move on to the next speaker. So I ask you, please, hold your comments, hold your boos, hold your cheers, and just let this person speak. Once this person is finished, we can move on. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, it's been motion properly seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excuse me, we're back in session. Mrs. Scarborough,
Excuse me, can you start the time at 3 minutes? That's the time. Hey, retards. Well, tonight you're going to hear from a few obese liberal women, some woke teachers, a few faggots, one famous red-headed pervert, and a handful of geriatric Democrats with the worst case of dry box you've ever seen. You know, I can't blame the people who are here to voice their opposition to Putt's demotion. After all, it was your lack of transparency that they are even here. The citizens should have been told it wasn't the school board that voted Putt demoted. It was Dr. Hummer after all. Let's move on to the LGBTQ plus kindness flex class. Nothing LGBTQ should be offered to kids at school or anywhere for that matter. Far too many faggots and perverts are trying to get in the minds of our innocent children to recruit them. Personally, I won't tolerate that. We've all heard the excuses. The flex class wasn't a class and had no curriculum. It was optional. Yet neither any of you or Principal Putt notified the parents of its existence. And that's where you fucked up. It sure looks like FCPS tried to pull a fast one and slip that in. Back to Putt and the Rainbow Mafia seeking to defend him and his honor. Did anyone ever think that if Putt had a problem with his demotion, he would have spoken out about it? Instead, not one statement has come from Putt, which seems odd until you find out what his current salary is. The only thing Putt is upset about is that he made the local paper a few times. And there is no doubt in my mind that the superintendent made a deal with Putt. It probably went something like, parents are pissed. How about you take this demotion? Less work, and you'll get to keep your salary. Oh, and don't give any statements about...
The removal of Dr. Putt has not only been hurtful to me, but to the entire school. We have created a culture of fear within our building for both students and staff. If you tell us that we cannot support certain groups of students, where does it end? Would you like us to pick and choose? Because that would never happen. Maybe it is you that has been put on notice for discrimination and for underestimating the teachers of this county, because teachers all across this Commonwealth know one thing, that we will support all students, no matter what group they fall into.
I was in middle school, my parents divorced, and my father came out as gay. This was 1978, and I was 13. Here I am, 47 years later, still listening to the same hate, ignorance, and intolerance as I did in 1971. And having someplace I could go to ask questions and receive support would have been life-changing for me. A club, a flex period, a trusted adult. What message does this send when a principal can be removed for wanting to show kindness to his students and staff? Don't let this school board make the community, staff, and students complicit in dehumanizing and traumatizing another generation of queer people.
Alan Turing was a mathematician who worked with British intelligence to decipher the Nazis' Enigma code. His work helped end World War II. However, he did not get to live out his life as a hero. Alan was a gay man, and that made him a criminal in his country's eyes. Principal Jerry provided a safe space for our community in his middle school by allowing the group LGBTQ plus kindness to meet during flex time. This choice provided a safe environment for students, allowing them the respect and the support they so desperately need. You have increased the probability that these students will commit suicide. Right on your hand.
Flex time allowed our scholars time with their peers and time to venture out and try something new. We did not have a hidden agenda or curriculum we were teaching. We were just offering 25 minutes of school day to promote scholar autonomy and engagement while still providing structure and academic support. Like happy to tell him that Dr. Putt was no longer his principal was just as hard as when we, the staff, are whole. As a parent, it is reassuring to know that my son was being guided and supported by someone who really cares about him. The use of inflammatory language to belittle individuals and spread fear and hatred is unacceptable. It has created an unsafe environment for many students and staff. The actions of the school board promoting hatred and fear toward members of the LGBTQ+ community are intolerable. Leadership through intimidation is unacceptable. It will not lead to positive outcomes. We must prioritize respect, inclusivity, and safety for everyone.
I'd just like to say that Dr. Putt always thought about the students, and he was one of Dr. Putt truly is one of the best principals I've ever had. And that's all I really have to say. Thank you.
I love Jerry Putt. He was my principal at Denny Morgan. He is a principal among principals. From the moment he came, he opened our eyes to inequalities and discrimination that we just didn't even see. But bullying is a huge issue, especially for the LGBTQ plus community.
People have to ask why LGBT students should have a special club. Tonight is a perfect example. People bully them. They struggle with depression and anxiety. And when people come to speak to the board on their behalf, people like Mrs. Fine scroll on their computers. Mr. Atkins, Mr. Bell, and Dr. Hummer are on the phones. It's true, it is the right of LGBT students to have their own clubs, protected by the Equal Access Act. Just as the rights of Christians to have a club are also protected. Whether you like it or not, LGBTQIA+ students are citizens of this county. They are protected against discrimination by the Constitution, as decided in Bostock versus Clayton County. They have a constitutional right to form clubs if there are other clubs being offered, as affirmed by Westside Community Schools versus Merkins, both Supreme Court cases.
First, I want to address the removal of Dr. Putter's principal. I do not feel this was an appropriate act. All this did clearly was cause division amongst the community. Christians are allowed to have a club after school hours. There's a bus that shows up to school and takes the kids off school property because of the Equal Access Act. So if you guys want to have a club, you are free to after school. It is the same protections under the law as religion and everything else. You are allowed to have a club after school. When it's during school hours, you are during government time. And this is not allowed per the law. My son was offered mental health services by a third-party organization because he is mixed race. This is an issue I have because nobody in here who is not mixed race is not offered this service. Many of you might want this service for your child, but they cannot get it unless they're of mixed race. We have Supreme Court cases, Pickering versus Board of Education, as well as Connick versus Myers, that shows that while teachers are employees of the government, in school they are not allowed to push their personal agendas. That means the individual apple pie who is wearing a dress needs to stop. If not, under the Equal Protection Act, I will request religious services be brought back to school.
What you permit is what you promote is a philosophy that frames the way I run my classroom ever since Dr. Putt used that phrase in my first year at Bedlam Middle School. You, Mr. Sturdivant, allowed individuals to stand at this microphone and use vile and inappropriate language while lobbing vitriolic falsehoods and slanderous insinuations about Frederick County Middle School staff. By permitting such comments and language, you are promoting a community culture of distrust and perpetuating a cycle of misinformation about non-existent secret agendas and curriculums of educators. You permitted people to intimidate staff without just cause, therefore promoting an ever-growing culture of intimidation and distrust in public education. We are all here to do what is best for our students and scholars, and perhaps you should allow the educators of Frederick County Public Schools to do the job they are trained and you entrusted us to do. Remember, what you permit is what you promote.
I consider myself to be fairly social, so I generally think people be able to do what they want as long as they don't harm them. It's a free country after all. No other country has our degree of individual liberty, our level of freedom. But, however, when it comes to the education of children and adolescents, what they are exposed to is very important, and I need to say this, teachers do not get free speech in the classroom. They need to follow the script. The ones who support rainbow flags in schools, having these clubs and other measures for the alphabet students, say it's about inclusion. It's so they feel included and safe from bullying. That should be a priority for everyone. Every student should feel included. The whole school should be a safe place for all students. This space is safe for you, and others are not. Schools and teachers just love operating in local parentis, even with regard to matters that directly contravene the wishes and values of the parents. Some people think hanging a rainbow flag in school is no big deal. Carol Bell, I don't think a rainbow flag indoctrinates anyone, but the teacher shouldn't start talking about their lifestyle. That's exactly what message the flag sends. That's exactly what you're saying by hanging the flag. You're saying, this is great, we promote this. I think the message that all of this is sending is that gay people are different. They need to be treated differently. They are special. They need special accommodations in school. They need special classes on how to be kind to them. They need special spaces so they feel safe, special symbols and flags to be hung in the school. I think the message it's sending is that LGBTQ people are more emotionally sensitive and weaker than the rest of us, and they need to be singled out for inclusion. The schools wouldn't go to such lengths for any other group. Not a racial group, not an ethnic group, not a religious minority, none. No other group gets this treatment. It's easy to say there's nothing wrong with all of this, but if you take a minute and actually use your brains and think about it, you are treating one group of people differently than everybody else. That is discrimination. I think about what it's like to be a middle and high school student. It's a very challenging and confusing time. And it's when you're starting to figure out who you are, where you belong. So I think a lot of young people are seeing this and saying, hey, this looks inviting. Everybody is told to be kind to LGBTQ people. No one's allowed to criticize or judge them. They're immediately accepted by everyone. They have their own flag, their own special spaces, their own special form of pride. Hey, I want to be part of this. So yes, they are being indoctrinated. They are being pushed by the schools and by extension the government to join the club.
I don't believe, as Mr. Davey implied in his question about what's next, that Mr. Putt or any school staff was pushing a particular agenda beyond giving students an opportunity to be in a space where they could feel less anxious about who they are. That's it. Because they hear how some folks will talk about the alphabet people like those words are poison. An outstanding leader of teachers and students providing a safe space for young men and women to learn about their own identity in a safe, non-judgmental space called flex periods. Curriculum-free classrooms where teachers offer safety and comfort for kids to have a little freedom at the end of their day. If there's any crack in that door to bring Dr. Putt back, please do it. You'll be glad you did. To inspire, innovate, and motivate students in a global society.
Schools meeting these criteria are forbidden to prevent access or deny fair opportunity to students who wish to hold meetings on school grounds. The Act does not mention specific types of student groups to which equal access rights apply.
I want to take a few minutes to introduce you to a saying that a pretty smart FCPS teacher once told me. What you permit, you promote. As parents, aunts, uncles, and every other adult, we know this saying to be true. We've permitted hate speech, and we've permitted intimidation. We permitted a principal's career to be destroyed because he wouldn't discriminate and he wouldn't single out a student. I don't want to come from the county where we threaten and bully our employees. I don't want Frederick County Public Schools to be known as the county where employees are afraid to speak because of retaliation.
That as the president of the Winchester Education Association, we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters here in the county in the face of any of the issues that they might need our support in. Being put, quote, on notice is not helpful. And I know that I do not want that to be promoted. 38% of LGBTQ youth report that their home is affirming. Only 38%. A school can be the place where kids spend their time. And a school needs to be a place where we can support those students. And as the Winchester Education President, I do want to say to my Frederick County friends, you're always welcome in the city.